Picture this. You wake up here in Belgrade and Turk Republic is gone. Biggs is gone. Every governmental building gone. Everything, the palace gone. Everything, City Hall gone. What would life be like? It would be a little different.
I'll tell you what I'm saying. Let me just go this way. I love you, baby. I love you, I love you, I love you. L'aime songer côté m'teye. Moi lever même en l'air pour m'adorer. L'aime songer côté m'teye. Moi lever même en l'air pour m'adorer. Moi pas reconnaître frère moi pas reconnaître c'est moi pas reconnaître tête moi pas gen moun qui a prend soin a gen un jour tout a changé a gen un jour n'a triomphé c'est non jour ça n'a songé et tout tristesse ça peut passer tendez oh tendez Haïti campé, Haïti campé. Tendez, oh, tendez. Haïti campé, Haïti campé. L'aime songer côté m'teye, côté m'teye. Moi lever même en l'air pour m'adorer. L'aime songer côté m'teye, côté m'teye. Moi lever même en l'air pour m'adorer. Si nous camper ensemble n'a ouais, si nous crier ensemble n'a ouais, si nous rester main à main, a bien suffi pour tout gagner. Nous pas gain temps pour nous bataille. Don nous akraser en bachai. En nous travail yon alors. Le Saint-Esprit nous a ouvri porte. Tendez, tendez. Haïti campé. Haïti campé. Tendez. Oh, tendez. Haïti campé. Haïti campé.
I at first didn't even want to go to college. I just wanted to work and make money as a personal trainer, as a musician, as anything but a college student, because my other siblings went to college and I saw that they were successful in what they did, but I wanted a different path. Because I'm interested in people. Like I wasn't really interested in books, I was interested in people. But my mom convinced me somehow to go to college, I don't know why. So I start attending Eastern Connecticut State University, and I fall in love with it. And I start meeting a lot of different people, and you know, things start to make sense, but I'm a party animal, and I'm partying every single night, and you know, like I'm having a good time. So needless to say, I don't do that well in college my first few semesters, and I owed the school a lot of money because it costs a lot of money to go to school where I'm from. So I had to drop out of school, and I was working for a while. I was working the restaurant business. I worked as the first mate on a clam boat. I worked as a first mate on a cruise ship.
My name is Marko Došin. I'm Serbian. I live in Belgrade, but I lived in London for 10 years. When I came back from London with my family in 2000, the question I was asked most often was basically, why the hell are you here? Why did you come back? You know, they couldn't understand, because people have a vision in Serbia generally that anything is better than Serbia.
So I found someone that I was interested in with an amazing like life story. So I'm like, whoa, I gotta be around this girl everywhere. So me and her would go anywhere and just talk and talk. And every time we talked, she would always talk about Serbia. She would always talk about Belgrade, always talk about this part of the world, about the coast and the Adriatic Sea and this and that. And I'm like, man, I gotta come here, man. So me and this girl got really close. We even got married, man. It was love, you know, at the moment. We came over here and I was immediately blown away by everything I saw. I was immediately blown away by the architecture and the charm of the city and the way the taxi drivers were, you know, like, and I'm like, yeah, it's like New York, man. Like, there's something special here. This is like the city of love, I call it, man. Because everywhere you walk, somebody's holding hands, somebody's hugging, somebody's embraced, somebody's enjoying somebody else's company. There's music being played. There's a lot of arts happening here. Belgrade has really shown me a part of the world that I never expected existed.
Belgrade as a city has many things going for it, but the main thing that it lacks is people who are ready and willing and who believe that their actions can bring some change in any format, because we've had 20 years of people basically coming here and doing what they want without any input from us. So there's been wars and bombing and people have been beaten down.
I woke up one morning and I got news that there was an earthquake in Haiti, and I was totally startled by what could be, because I know the structure of Haiti and what the situation could be like. And then I heard about the destruction and like over 300,000 people totally gone, and I couldn't imagine like where my family was, where our family's businesses were, like nothing, you know, the schools, the children. And I meet this great guy in the airport. It turns out that we sit next to each other on the plane after our whole conversation. And then it turns out that he's the general manager of the MTV Europe Foundation. And he's a phenomenal human being, and he really helped calm me and help focus this passion that I had and this frustration about what happened overseas in Haiti, and he helped create this international collaboration, and we created a song together, this beautiful song for Haiti. This song told the people to get up and stand up and to overcome this incredible obstacle that they faced. And it was the best thing I think I've done in my life. It was the best thing, and that happened here in Belgrade. So nothing can really take me away at this point, because I came here never expecting that this could ever be home. And now I found a home here, and I found some of my best friends in the world here, and I've been here like 9 times since that time, and I can't stop coming back because there's always something new to do.
I'm a citizen of the world. Stand me up or knock me down, I find my way out your cellar door. I find my way out your cellar door. I'm a citizen of the world. Stand me up or knock me down, I'll find my way out your cellar door. Hit it. All time. I can see through the graffiti that paints the wall that guards your heart. And I feel you need it to communicate your part. Silenced in a world left open, yeah. Coping, scoping, almost broken. I can see I'm not your priority, and I refuse to be your minority. I'm a citizen of the world. Stand me up or knock me down, I find my way out your cellar door. I'm a citizen of the world. Stand me up or knock me down, I find my way out your cellar door. Mama told a story straight from the storybook. It made it hard to look at her face when her eyes cried. When her eyes cried. I said Mama told a story straight from the storybook. It made it hard to look at her face when her eyes cried. When her eyes cried. She said David beat Goliath when he had no chance, but David learned to lust when he dropped his pants. Then his eyes cried. Then his eyes cried. She said Noah was a drunk and he had no friends, and the flood washed the world of all its sin. Then the doves fly. Then the doves fly. Yeah. She said fear and indulgence will be the norm when the rapture seals the deal in the final storm. Then her eyes cry. Then her eyes cry. Yeah. I'm a citizen of the world. Stand me up or knock me down, I find my way out your cellar door. I'm a citizen of the world. Stand me up or knock me down, I find my way out your cellar door. I'm a citizen of the world. Stand me up or knock me down, I find my way out your cellar door. I find my way out your cellar door.
3 years ago, I went to London on a random visit, and on the way back in the little bus that takes you to the airport that I was flying, so London Belgrade, I see this black guy in a hoodie that has Serbia on it, and it says Serbia on the front, and he's got a guitar on his back and he's jamming out some music, sort of singing to himself. And at that moment, I said to myself, I have to have a conversation with this man. I need to know why is he going to Belgrade? What's he doing? Why has he got a guitar on his back? Why has he got a Serbian hoodie on? And on the plane at some point, because the flight was nearly empty, I sat down next to him, and I introduced myself, he introduced himself, we had a conversation, and basically the whole flight we were talking. He told me his whole life story and his love of Serbia. And every time Jordan comes to Belgrade, he knows basically more people, I think, in Belgrade than I do. And he's very enthusiastic about subjects that I usually find a bit corny, like peace and sort of unity around the world and love. But he really believes in it, and his enthusiasm is contagious. Matthew as well. So every time he comes to Belgrade, he meets basically the most talented, the most free-thinking, the most advanced people here that are basically our age group and maybe a little bit older. And so anytime there's a chance to play music anywhere in Belgrade, he's going to grab it with both hands and he's going to go out and meet people. I play the drums, and I know a lot of musicians in Belgrade and a lot of creative people, but unfortunately at the moment it's highly unrealistic to make a decent living out of music, which is a disadvantage and an advantage at the same time, because the people who are doing music in Belgrade are people who are not doing it for money, who are not doing it for fame, who are basically doing it for themselves. And I think that it's a good idea, since we have so many talented people, that we should use that music. If we can't use it for getting paid, you know, for getting a paycheck, we can at least use it for raising awareness about various things, and by connecting with people through music.
Wherever there's some sort of political conflict, religious conflict, there's this explosion of the arts. The arts come to life. And this is what I'm most fascinated by, because all of those things happen here. So I work with an organization called Arts for Peace. And Arts for Peace mobilizes artists in service to the United Nations peace efforts. So what we plan to do is to work with several artists here in Belgrade to mobilize other artists.
Jordan and I and Matthew, we were talking about how we could get their message across, the Arts for Peace message, and the thing that came up was the biggest issue, I think, now in Belgrade socially and ethically is the Roma population. So we thought of actually going there to a place where they lived, which is a few hundred meters basically away from us right now. Today we went to the Roma village and we played a few songs. The idea is to make this not just a one-off occasion, but to actually go to other places where people are living like this and hold concerts over there and play music even with the people, have them contribute, make them see that there are people out there who give a damn.
Dark water flowing through my streets. Dark water affects my family. Dark water, not only in my dreams, it's affecting you and me. Yeah. Dark water, yeah, affects my family. I won't be fooled.
I won't be fooled.
No, no, no.
By your tower. I know the secret.
I know your secrets. I know your secrets.
I know we can only stand on empty soil for so long.
Oh, so long. Dark water flowing through my streets. Dark water affects my family. Dark water, not only in my dreams, it's affecting you and me. Yeah. Dark water affects my family. Red rum, red rum, red rum, red rum.
I won't be fooled.
No, I won't be.
I won't be fooled.
No, I won't.
By your towers, yeah. I know the secret. I know we can only stand empty soil for so long.
For so long, for so long. Dark water is flowing through my streets. Dark water affects my family. Dark water, not only in my dreams, it's affecting you and me. Yeah. Dark water, yeah, affects my family. Yeah. Red rum, 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 red rum. Red rum, red rum, red rum, red rum, red rum, red rum, red rum.
I know that something's happening here for a fact, and the artists that I've collaborated here with are excellent. So I have no doubt that something's gonna happen here. I see a future for anyone here in Belgrade. Anyone with an expansive mindset.
So they basically have extreme confidence issues in the country, and most people who have potential and who can actually do something useful to society, the thing that's foremost on their mind is how to get out of here. So that's a huge problem. It's a brain drain that's going on. But I somehow believe that if you stick at something long enough, if you meet the right people, if you meet people who are willing to work with you, you can make a change.
Your reach is way longer than you think it is or that you imagine it is. Understand that this is way bigger. It's way bigger. It's way bigger than any small mind can conceptualize. What can happen here in Belgrade, whether it's industry, manufacturing, dealing with produce, whatever it is, Serbia is very fertile. And even though there is corruption, there's corruption everywhere. So we've got to figure out how to work around the corruption because it's not going anywhere. Read your history books.
What Jordan and Matthew are doing is extremely positive, and that it's something that's well needed to make a change, to demonstrate that these are people who have no active interest, that they shouldn't really be in Belgrade at all, but they're there, and if they're so keen on making a difference, it's completely possible, and it should be expected of young people here who are educated and who should have some wider outlook in life to take matters into their own hands and try to make something better now for themselves.
Okay, guys. The one where you just did before the start.
The short one I'll do.
Treba neko od vas to da otvori. Mi ne znamo. Ajde posle ove.
And the kids say, hey, oh, hey. And the kids say, hey, oh, oh, oh. Signs of anarchy, signs of anarchy, signs of anarchy are in our streets. Yeah, yeah, signs of anarchy, signs of anarchy, signs of anarchy are in our streets.